There you go.
Mr. Andrews, you about like me. Little gray,
Yeah.
little gray is starting to come in there, Mr. Andrews. And if mine gets much longer, I'm gonna be walking on it. I know.
Okay, good. Recording there, recording there, recording there.
You got everything recording?
So far, everything's going well. 2 minutes. There's a couple.
It's just a couple there. Once we do it, that's the ones we do every year.
Okay, you can go ahead and start your meeting. If you wouldn't mind doing the attendance roll call for the record, that'd be great. Okay, we have Mayor Saban, Vice Mayor Ryder present, Councilmember Andrews, Councilmember Taylor, and Tom DeVille
Present.
here in the front. Okay. Mr. Saban, that is error on the agenda. That will be on the May, at the May Town Council meeting. Yes, it's a typo.
Yeah.
It will, you did, you
No, you
did,
were correct.
you were correct. But these will be for next Tuesday.
But that we renew this every year. This is what they pay us to take care of it. And the one last year was $3,339. I
93.
mean $393. The new one for this year is $3,482, so we get a positive of $89 over it. But this is something, Miss Mickey, that we do every year.
It is a yearly thing. Okay, thank you.
Yes, and also for clarification, this is what the town gets paid. We don't pay this out.
Right.
The town gets paid for this, and we have an interlocal agreement with the Clay County that takes care of our maintenance. So the town makes approximately $1,500 out of that. By the time we pay Clay County for the work that they've done, and then what we receive from the state, the town makes about half of that. But they did increase it $82 or $89 this year.
Okay, any other questions?
I have one question. It's in reference to the fact that the red light was installed after there was a death casualty at that intersection. Paul Boo ramrodded the red light situation through, and there was a tag on there in honor of his efforts. And that tag disappeared, and we had addressed it at a town council meeting probably over a year ago, and it seems to be up in limbo as to whether or not another tag was going to be provided or whether it was not conducive to have a tag on the red light.
Okay, I remember we did talk about that, and I called the state. The state is the one that took that tag off. We're not allowed to put it back on there.
Okay.
I can't understand Tom clearly. His voice is bouncing back a little bit.
Okay.
I understood what he said, but I can't, it's not clear sound.
Okay, I'll address it closer. Did you want me to do a rerun on that?
No, I could follow what you were saying, but it's difficult.
Okay, I'll do better.
Thank you. Okay, any other comments regarding this resolution? If not, then, we'll proceed to discuss the second one, 2020-10.
Is the general consensus, there's no voting in this meeting, but
No.
is the general consensus to move forward?
Do we have consensus on the resolution of 2020-09? Yes. Any disagreement?
None.
Okay, thank you. Now moving on to, resolution 2020-10. A resolution of the town of St. Cloud, Florida, authorizing the town manager to execute and deliver to the Florida Department of Transportation, FDOT, State Highway System Lighting Maintenance and Compensation Agreement for fiscal year July 1, 2020 through June 30, 2021. We likewise have all the paperwork that was shared with us in advance and passed this up. So again, I'll ask for any comments, questions, or concerns.
Let me give you some numbers on that one also, and Miss Mickey, for your knowledge, this again is something that's done every year, and what it's for is the street lights that's out on Highway 16. The state pays us for them. Anything that points towards Highway 16 we get paid for, and that's why we moved a couple of them around this year where they would point towards Highway 16. Last year we got paid $4,195.58. This year we will get $4,591.53. So that's a positive of $395.95. And this is something again that we do every year.
Thank you. Any other questions, comments? No. Okay. Hearing none, then, do we have consensus on resolution 2020-10? Yeah. Yes, sir. Any disagreement? No, fine, thank you. All right, the third item on the first page is to remind
Okay, what we have is in our comp plan and our land development plan, there is things in there for new developers, how they have to do things. This ordinance has nothing to do with anything on private property. This ordinance basically, we took the land development, we took the workers' comp, there's a committee for it, and it's basically to help us become a Tree City ordinance to where, like Green Cove is, Orange Park is, and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot more gonna come about it with the committee, which still has to come before the council, but it has nothing to do with private property, it's town property only.
If Miss Mickey, if I could comment also, we do have some undeveloped areas in town that are owned by Reinhold, and all of that. If they should choose to develop that property in the future, they still have to go through the town's planning and zoning
Right.
commission, and at that time, this town can implement how they would like them to proceed based on our comprehensive plan and our land development regulations, which I know you're thinking if a new development comes in, you don't want them just clearing the property of all the trees. Is that what you're thinking for down the road?
That's part of this particular situation. It was not new property. In other words, the movie theater and the community and whatever it was had already been there. The buildings had all been there. But they decided to cut them all down in order to
Facilitate the driving.
It's just like,
private property.
it's just like PRC. If PRC wants to go over here and cut down a tree in front of one of their houses, which they just cut a huge oak tree down in front of, right here on Dwight Street that was in their front yard, we can't stop them from that.
And that's what you're thinking about, right?
Yeah. Just hate to see, I just hate the community to lose, the city to lose the trees. And, we don't have that trouble. But we'll talk about those later.
You,
I mean, it's always down the road, if the council wanted to, down the road, you can always add to any ordinance and go through different processes, but right now, we're just trying to become a Tree City ordinance.
and you are,
Will this have some sort of private property permission? They are responsible for the trees in the private property, is what I understood from the newspaper.
But the consensus is, I think, with Airtown, that no private property owner wants to be told what they can do with their own property.
Yeah, like they don't wanna be told they can't all go carry guns into bars. Okay.
you are on the and Miss Taylor, you are on the record as being concerned that the town preserves its trees, for sure.
Yes.
So it is on there.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
For finish, second page of our outline, Water Utilities Committee, Councilman Bedell, and also staff. I'm not sure who's going first, but, that's on the agenda now.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. Congratulations need to be given to our town staff, David Cooper and Anita. Since they've come on board a little over 5 years ago, that the water utility is now a functioning utility that we don't have to bring things to the council table all the time. It's self-sufficient now, and we've got one of those little bump ups in the water rates to compensate for the cost of processing water and delivering water, sewage, and et cetera. So, thank you for a job well done, town manager, town clerk. And at this time, I'd like to ask the town manager if he'd go into the stormwater grant.
As everyone knows, we're working on our stormwater for.
You gotta
the
sit in
2
front of it more. Turn it towards you. You're pretty muffled.
I'm sorry.
There you go.
Also, I do have some good news. All of you knew I was working with St. John's to try to get some additional money to help with the stormwater project on Poling, and where it came out of the swamp and it tore up our park during Hurricane Irma. The 600,000 that we got from the CDBG grant was not enough money to get this project done after they got calculating it and the drawings and stuff are all done. As it stands right now, I'm 99% sure, where I did get a letter, we got 207, not to go over 273,000 from St. John's Water Management to help us with that project. But as you know, with the virus and stuff going on, they cannot tell us for sure until October the 1st. I'm very sure. I even talked to the people on the telephone, and we just can't do anything till they get their budget done, because you never know what the state is going to do. But as it stands right now, it looks like we got enough money to finish, to do the polling project, stormwater, and do the Clark Avenue and Caroline project. But we won't be able to start these projects until after we get the money of October. But that's okay. We're still okay in October, because we don't have to have the grant done, the CDBG grant, till June of 21. So everybody still feels comfortable. Our plans is we're hoping to go ahead and get the bidding process done probably July. And we're going to have different alternatives to that. So we get the bidding process done, then once St. John's calls us and said, yes, it is a go, there's no hiccups, the state's not pulled back anything, we're ready to go. So I feel very comfortable with it, that we're gonna get it done no matter what. Even if something were to happen to the St. Johns County money, we still have enough money to take care of the problem at Caroline and Clark, where it tore up our park, because FEMA's the one that helped us get that grant. So I feel very comfortable that we're going to be able to get both sides of it done.
The letter from St. John's, on a side note, the letter from the St. John's Water Management District is in your council books in the correspondence section if you'd like to review that yourself. So it's in the book.
St. John's has been some good people to really work with. We got a really, really good rapport with them.
Thank you for that report, David.
Well,
Is there any questions for David? What's that on item number 1?
That concludes number 1.
We'll proceed to seat number 2, Public Works Committee, Councilman Andrews. And
Yes.
staff, whoever's going first, we'd love to have your report.
Good morning to everyone. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have three things. Two things are written here. Third one is a question. I've talked to the town manager. Just want to, some of the street lights throughout the community, the trees are blocking the reflection of the light to be able to illuminate the areas that it's supposed to cover. So I wanted to see, if we can move forward to get that, because now that it's getting darker and people are walking, it's not safe in some areas because it's really dark. We have a street light there, but the lights are blocking it. So I've talked to Mr. Cooper about it. I just wanted to bring it up in the workshop to see what we can do about it and move forward with it.
okay, if I could answer that one, I know you got 3 of them, but if I could answer that one, Mr. Andrews. I have did a complete survey of the whole entire town with addresses, grid numbers, the whole thing of what needs to be done. I have also sent an email, just so you're aware of, to Florida Power and Light, to ask them when they can get someone out here and get it done. But the whole complete survey and everything has been done and sent to Florida Power and Light.
So FPL does the trimming around the street lights?
Yes, they do. Yes, sir.
Okay. So it's probably be delayed after a while due to the viruses and the things of that nature. So
Yes, sir, that's correct. But at least it's in the process, and we've got it documented where we sent it to them, and we did the survey of every street light.
Okay. And the second one has to do with lighting too. Some of the dark roads, I noticed some stop signs have the reflective tape. Even if we can't
I also did a survey on that. There's, a total of 77 stop signs in the town. 69 of them, needs a reflective put on there. So we're looking at $1,100 worth of parts, to do that. We're gonna take and also put that on the capital project list. Just give us some time and, but we'll get that to make sure it's on the capital project list and we'll try to get some of that done.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cooper.
You're welcome.
Last one is a question. Do you have a target date of when the playground would be able to open back up?
We're waiting to go into the phase 2, from what I understand, Mr. Andrews, from DeSantis and phase 2, they're talking about, they believe that everything is, that phase part, now this is only verbally, I don't have anything in writing yet, but they're believing that by Memorial Day, that we should have that open. We're still trying to keep the playground. That's gave us an opportunity to go in there and clean. We keep it mowed, we keep it edged and all that. But hopefully by Memorial Day, we will have the playground open, is what we're shooting for. Also here at the town hall, since I'm on this subject, Orange Park Town Hall is open. Green Cove Springs Town Park's open. But here's my theory on our town. As it stands right now, with your guys' approval, I'm looking to not opening up the town hall here. Now anybody can call us, as you know, and people do all the time, and they come and tap on the door here. But I'm thinking June the 1st for the town hall here in our town. And the only reason that I'm delaying our town a little bit is because it's the type of community we live in. We're very vulnerable in all areas, but hopefully we have our doors open June the 1st. But as you know, we've got it on our website and stuff too. Anybody can call, make an appointment. But even when they tap on the door, we go to the door as it stands right now. So we will be more than accommodating to any resident wants to talk to us here at the town hall.
Mr. Cooper, Mayor, I do have a question concerned with that is, have we put anything in the budget for the staff as far as hand sanitizer, anything to make sure that the staff, you know, and people, when they do open up in June, to be able to sanitize yourself coming in and going out? Have you thought about that, or is that in the budget?
We can have hand sanitizers here. I've already bought some masks for the staff here. Anybody that needs them or wants to wear them, we already have that here.
And also, there's a good Clorox makes a healthcare disinfectant. It's a tub of wipes that would help out too, where you can, you know, people can sanitize the doors and the counters.
We do all the
And
time.
we're doing that now.
We do it.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, you're more than welcome.
Very good. Any other comments on either of those items? Hearing none, then we'll move on to sheet number 3, Human Relations, Vice Mayor Wright and staff.
I have nothing to report. David tells me that he's looking for a new person to fill in for Mr. Scott, and that's good news. So, but no, I don't have anything.
I'll fill you in on that a little bit also. Career Builders is down at
Career Source, Dave.
Career Source is down at Clay County Fairgrounds, and we have already signed up for that, and so they're in the process of interviewing, and then they're going to send us some applicants that way, and I'm already in the interviewing process now. I've got another one at 8 o'clock Monday morning. So I feel comfortable that we're going to find somebody here pretty soon.
Otherwise, it's too much work for you.
It's, I've had my hands full, but that's okay, we'll get through it. It's nothing, I said from the beginning that I didn't want to hire the wrong person because I need somebody that I don't have to hold their hand, and that's my plans, but we'll get through it, and I've got a lot of interviews scheduled.
My only comment, it's just my personal view, is that after we go through this next
Yeah, I don't think that I've ever had to come to the council to get that approved. So, I mean, we'll do what we feel like. I mean, naturally, we're gonna try to get the best, price we can, to get someone, so, but our budget, has got a decent number in there for that.
Okay. Uh, Hearing no other comments, then we'll move on to, seat number 4, Community Development and Recreation, Councilwoman Taylor.
We are on hold for a while, so we have nothing to report at this time.
Any comments from staff?
The only comment I have for Councilmember Taylor, when you do decide to start your meetings again, could you please provide an agenda, or I can provide one for you if you'd like, but we need to have an agenda for each meeting as best as possible. It doesn't have to be real detailed, but we do need to provide an agenda. You can always add things in your meetings, but we need to have something to start with. So when you start back up, if you could supply that to me, that'd be great. No rush.
Lou, I've got the agendas from every time, so.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, yeah, I'll take care of it.
Thank you, ma'am.
I think we're ready to move on to seat 5, Finance Committee, Vice Chair, and I'm going to ask staff to report issues that have been discussed.
Okay, Anita, I'm gonna be asking for your help here a little bit because you typed this here up, but I would like just to say, a couple things. As everyone knows, during all this virus stuff, we get state revenues. And, fuel revenues, discretionary tax revenues, and things like that, where people are not driving, people are not buying gas, and so that means less revenues for the town. So just on the state revenue side, as far as fuel tax and discretionary fuel tax and local government half and sale tax, we're down $2,333. On our franchise fees, we're down $3,968. So we're down about $6,000 right now. But Anita, I'm gonna let you kind of go through it because you put this sheet together. And you've got it very, very detailed. I've studied it hard, so if you want to go through that,
Well,
or any comments add to it.
I hope that this was informative for the council. Every municipality is monitoring their state revenues at this time based on the COVID-19. This is a little bit of an advantage of being a small town because we get small portions to start with. Miss Mickey, because to help you understand a little bit more, our state revenues are based on our population. So because we have very low population, we get a small piece of the pie. So the sheet that I gave you, that at the top it says tracking the state revenues, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 state revenues that the town receives from the state. So the significant changes started about February when all the virus things started shutting down, things started going. But overall, I'd say we're in pretty good shape. On the state revenues, it's not terrible. There are municipalities in Clay County that are losing hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. So, but ours compares with our budget that it fits. It's about the norm at this point. Do you have any questions on the state revenues at all, or is that clear for you?
We're just trying to keep you informed.
Just want to make sure the council members are informed.
We're in better shape than most.
That was my point. If you notice the little notations under each one, it shows where we should have been. In the budget, we should be at 58% of our budget as of April 30th. So we're not doing too bad considering what we've got coming. And the state revenue sharing never changed. It stayed the same. So pretty consistent with that. The next sheet was your franchise fees. And we get fees from Florida Power and Light when we have a solid waste franchise fee, and we also have a propane gas utility franchise fee. So those are the same format. It kind of shows the losses. But these are all based on usage. They will fluctuate up and down throughout the year. It's all going to depend on how much the residents use. So you're going to see, and we're doing just this fiscal year is listed on these sheets so far. So any questions on those?
Are there any, don't hear anybody speaking. So that's our update.
Well, there's one more sheet. You got one for, if you remember, we changed to Ameris Bank, and then we got into the interest program with the Florida Rural Water. The interest rates have been significantly impacted by the COVID-19 virus too. So those revenues are lower, especially in the last 3 months, than they've been. We're still receiving interest, but interest is computed daily. So I just wanted the council to understand that they can see what's happening with the interest rates on all of your bank accounts.
That was a good move though that we made. You remember when we joined that there, if you look there on that sheet, year to date, we've already collected over 17,000. We put in a budget for 15,000. So, it was one of the best things we ever did is went to that interest.
And remember, we have 5 more months left
So,
of the budget.
absolutely.
So we're doing okay on that too, but there is some lower numbers there. So just wanted you to be aware of that. And that's all I've got on that one.
Any other questions?
No questions?
Basically, I touched base on that a little while ago. We're waiting to go into to the second phase now. I think third phase, the retirement communities, is going to be the last phase. And they believe possibly within a week or something that we could possibly be going into the second phase. Mr. Andrews, you're out there in it big time. You're probably hearing a lot about it too, but from everything that I'm gathering, they're expecting about another week before they go into phase 2 as it stands right now.
You have some more input for us on updating on the capital projects?
Yes, we are in the middle of things right now. Anita, we had to move all of her stuff here into the chamber room, so we're very fortunate that we're not using the chamber room right at the moment. So we've got her moved, getting ready to start on the ADA bathrooms. They'll be starting there Monday. They already are working on the storage room out back behind the town hall. That process is already going. The Passive Park, hopefully, will be next week. The vendor that we got for that, he had to finish up a big job that he had. Then he'll be starting on that. So the capital projects are moving right along. Also, let me fill you in just a little bit on the museum. Clay County had brought a contract to me and wanted me to sign. As you know, we asked them for $30,000. Well, they brought me a contract that says that they needed me to sign it. Here's $30,000, but you pay us back $20,000 in 12 months. So naturally, I got hold of the county commissioner and also called the county attorney. And I says, I tell you what, I says, if that's the way that, I said, why would I ask you for 30,000? I got to pay 20,000 back. Well, I guess I caused enough ruckus to where I actually had the county commissioner come out here. I talked to the town attorney, and I told her, I says, look here, I said, you can have the money back. I says, because if this is the type of agreement you want us to sign, I said, it's not gonna happen. I said, so I went into this long spill, and Mike Sella also, county commissioner, and so Kimberly Morgan with the tourist development, I said, I had been working on this over 3 years. So I told them all of the history, the whole 9 yards. So it looks like they understood my story. It goes before the county commissioners on May the 20th, which is next Wednesday. I'm being told there's no issues, that they're redoing it to where I do not have to repay back this money. So as it stands right now, it looks very good. The cheapest bid that we had on turning the museum was $46,000. So that leaves me at this point 16,000 short. There's 3,000 in the bank account, so I'm about 13,000 short. I'm working with Lowe's and Middleburg. It looks like that they are going to pitch in and help us possibly. So we're in the process of trying to come up with the other 13,000 if it all comes through like it's supposed to. So as it stands right now, the museum's looking good, and I think we're headed in the right direction. But that's just kind of a cap for you right there. So I had a little hiccup with the county. I should have already had the money, and but hopefully we'll know by next Wednesday how that is finalized.
Okay.
Not a problem, but there's a whole lot of echo, David, with you. I
Okay.
don't know if anybody else is having that problem or not. Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yeah, everything's coming back a second time. I mean,
Okay.
still-
All right, I'm almost done now. I think I'm about finished.
Okay, then, let's move on. Anything further, David, or is that it?
No, I think that's it on the capital projects, and I think Anita will go ahead and fill you in on some things too.
Next item is town clerk.
May I ask a question, David?
Yes.
You said the passage park, he's pretty close to being ready to do that now?
Yes.
I noticed that the air potato is coming back, you know, as it does in the spring, but it is coming back. So I think we may need to be alert after he's through to do some work to be sure that it doesn't stay around the bases of trees and things that he's probably can't hit. So that, we need to be alert to that potato vine and get it in real quick before it grows.
Okay, just to fill you in on that, as you know, we do not have a big staff here at the town hall, or at the town. Miss Kathy, and I believe, Mr. Andrews can probably fill us in on this too. He's on the scenic highway. The scenic highway has always supported, helping with little things like that we needed here in the town. And, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that they're trying to put some kind of work day together to help go in there after this is done, to try to do some of these chores in the passive park, and Mr. Andrews might be able to add a little bit more to that. But the scenic highway, which he chairs, has always been supportive of helping us get small things like that done.
I think I've talked to Kathy a little bit about it as well. I think the second Saturday in June is National Trails Day, which would be an appropriate time if the weather is decent, or if we're free by that time.
Well, I'm sure she'll have to. I'm sure she'll probably end up getting with Mr. Andrews on it, and they'll get a date together, or what the plan is. Mr. Andrews, if you want to add anything to that.
Yes, sir, David, we had a meeting Saturday and it came up after the clearing of it, and we will come to you with a date and see if that's acceptable. And then we will get a committee together to go
you, Mr. Andrews.
Yes, sir.
Great. Okay, town clerk.
Okay, just to reiterate, we're going to try and open based on the next phase. We're going to try and open the town hall June 1st to the public again for normal operations. Also, if all of the council members, I'd like to encourage you to look at the new town website. It is www.pennyfarmsfl.org. I've got notices posted throughout town. And am I echoing to you all?
Yes.
Yes, Bill, I can understand you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can now. But it is echoing.
Will you mute that
Yes.
over there, please?
That's probably why.
That's probably why.
Okay.
You got it?
Yes.
Well, I'm coming to you from my new desk in the council room right now, and we're both kind of in the same room. We're far enough apart, but it's still echoing a little bit, so I apologize for that. Wanted to let you know to please check out the website. If you could refer everyone to there, all of the minutes, the meetings. If there's residents that want to participate in the meetings, those Zoom invitations are there. They can just click from there. We will have as soon as I fix my little technical difficulty, but all of these live meetings will be also on the town's YouTube channel. We don't have social media. We have no need for social media. I cannot monitor social media. So we do have our own YouTube channel, but it's all on the website. So if you could refer people to that, it has the links to Florida Power and Light for new people coming in. If you have any questions, the tax collector's office, a lot of links. The retirement community has their link there, a link there. So we're going to do a lot of neat things with that website. And if you have any other suggestions, please let me know. And we have a fantastic company helping us with that and making sure we're in ADA compliance. So please, please, please pass the word along to go to the town's website. That would be great. Also, right now, wanted you to be aware that town's annual audit is going on. So we had a lot of things happening. Again,
During the construction process.
they're in the middle of completing that. I've gotten a few directions from them, but we're hoping for no findings again this year. But they're not finished yet, but we'll keep you updated on how the audit's going. Also, the one last thing I'd like to get, since I have all the council members here together, the budget process is a little different since we've implemented ad valorem taxes. So the budget will include those, but we do need to schedule a budget workshop. I kind of need to have an idea. So the town staff can prepare all of the information that's needed to prepare a budget. The next town council workshop is August 14th. If that is okay with the council members, we can do that as our budget workshop, or we could have a separate meeting altogether. I'd like to kind of get an idea from the council members how they would like to proceed with that. But July and August, we need to be thinking about that. So I didn't know if you wanted to do it at a regular town council workshop or have a separate meeting. It is up to you. It would work either way.
What are thoughts of the other members of the council? My feeling is that with issues that may be facing us in the next 2 or 3 months that we're not yet aware of, it might be well to schedule it separately, because if I remember last year, that was a rather long meeting.
Mm-hmm.
And if we've got other items on the agenda that we need to discuss in a workshop, I can see it. I think I prefer personally, but we'll see how everybody else feels to schedule this a separate time.
That is fine with me. I just need to get an idea of when we want to do it. The end of July. The last week of the month is much better for the town hall. There's a lot of preparation that goes into the regular meetings throughout the month. And after the council meeting, we get a little bit of breathing room because we know we've got everything finished. So if we could aim for maybe the last part of July, last week in July, if we could come up with a date. Any comments from the other council members?
Mr. Mayor, I agree if we have a separate workshop for that.
Okay.
So we have questions, any discussion, it's not that time, we can have it, at that time rather than not worry about running over into the council meeting. So I agree with this separate workshop, last week of July, whichever date is fine, but I agree with the separate workshop.
Thank you for those comments. Any other comments?
God willing, if the creek don't rise and coronavirus don't get us, the writers will be in South Africa the last week in July.
Oh.
Let's go visit her and meet
Yeah.
her.
Why don't we just have our town council workshop on with you? We'll just go with you.
For your information, South Africa only has 252 cases of
Oh.
coronavirus.
Oh.
That's dead.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, when are you coming back? When are you supposed to be back?
August 7th or 8th.
That's a little late.
Yeah. Hang on one second. Let me grab one of the calendars.
But then again, I may not be there. I may be sitting right there at 3521 Dwight Street. Let us know the new one.
No. When are you leaving? When are you estimated to leave?
We're leaving the 15th of July, hopefully.
Okay. Let's see. I've got one of the little calendar books in here. All right, the last week of July, that will consist of the 27th, 28th, 29th. Any preference to a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? Anything? Council, please tell me what you would like to schedule.
You're looking through the 27th was the first time.
Yes, the 20th.
From the thing I'm looking at.
We have Monday, July 27th through Friday, July 31st.
Is that when the writers are gone?
Yes.
We'll be gone, so you don't even plan around us. And if I'm here, I'll be there. But if we're gone, we're gone.
Well,
Mr. Mayor, I would say Friday is always best for me, whichever month you pick, Friday always best for me.
oh, okay.
Second to that.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's aim for July 31st, 2020. Do you want to start at 9 a.m. like we've been doing?
I have a 1 o'clock committee meeting here, I need to go to every month that day. So,
Well, I hope it doesn't last till then. I'm gonna, at the most, it'll be noon, maybe at the most. We don't have too many. All right, thank you. I'll go ahead and schedule that as a separate meeting. And hopefully we'll get back to doing these meetings in person. I'm not sure how long virtual meetings are going to still be held. I know throughout the month of May, all of our town meetings will be still virtual, but I'm hoping June it would be nice to be able to come back. But now that we went through all the problem of trying to set these meetings up, we may not need them anymore. It's Murphy's Law, but either way, we're prepared for both. So I just wanted to touch base with the council members. Is there anything? This is pretty much the resolutions and the ordinance with the public hearing will be on the next town council agenda, the meeting agenda for Tuesday evening. Is there anything else that anyone needs to put out on the, any questions on anything we discussed or anything that you would like to know?
Yeah, I have 2 things I need to bring up.
Okay.
the county, we don't even get what our assessed values are until July the 1st.
On July 1st. But I think, my concern is that we do due diligence on this issue going forward in light of where we are right now, and be as careful with it as we can to ensure we make the best decision we can. I just wanted you to be aware that she had made that request and we will listen. Second issue I want to bring up is something that is really concerning me a bit right now. I think we all need
The only comment I have is that we go to the post office every day, picking up the town's mail. I know that Rachel reported to me there's a sign at the post office that says no more than 10 people allowed and masks are recommended. Not required, but recommended. Um, that's a nice way of putting, if you can do it, that'd be great. But you can still come in here and do your business if you need to, if you don't have one.
Well, the executive order is 10, no more than 10 people.
So, but um, that's the only thing regarding the post office. But the streets are public streets. Residents can ride their bikes. They can walk down the street. They can do that. It's it. Nobody's going to anyone's houses. They're all restraining from their 6 foot distances, and they've all been. We really haven't had too many problems. It's more PRC residents that have problems with people who they don't know are town residents, or they don't know at all why they're there. Dave? Okay. And that's, I don't know.
Anyone else like to comment?
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor, thank you, you and, Town Manager for David for listening to my concern. Mr. Mayor, here's the biggest thing is not the, the recommendations or whatever, it's the attitude that goes behind it. Um, who are you, where you live, and I think a lot of it is due to lack of being educated. Okay. For example, we have new residents come in, and I had asked them, "Have you taken the talented tour of the town?" Well, yeah, I went up on campus and saw all the buildings. So education is important. And everyone in the town, I can only speak for myself, we're concerned about our elders and the residents of Penny Retirement Community. Because a lot of them walk through the communities or ride their bike and we could have conversations. So no one is out to hurt anyone, but education and the attitude behind it is very important. One of the concerns I do have, and the mayor talked about it, was the signs of no visitors. My concern with that is that we have to be careful, because if we turn around, we say we want everyone to visit our city highway, we want everyone to come to the resale, we want everyone to come to the train museum, the church, so forth and so on. People take images in their minds and they remember things. So when we do finally open back up, the first thing they're going to remember is no visitors. How were they treated when they went to the post office? All those things are very important for later on down the road. And I'm talking about here since I've been on the council. We have to bridge this gap as a town. We have to. And I think the number one way of doing that is educating. And I'm not saying, I'm not trying to belittle anybody's intelligence, but to understand Penny Retirement Community is like Moose Haven and Orange Park. Moose Haven doesn't own Orange Park. They can't say who goes and come in Orange Park. So Penny Retirement Community is a part of the town. They're the biggest part, but they can't tell who comes in the post office. They can't say who ride their bikes or go down the street. And what's inside a person is going to come out. We got that. But however, the attitude is very important. My number one concern, and I'll say it to you all, children are very important to me. And when that incident happened to that child, she was terrified to get back on her bike and ride. Now, at 9 years old, she's going to remember that for the rest of her life. So that's my concern, is the damage we're doing due to lack of knowledge is going to hinder some child for the rest of their life. I don't care if they're red, white, purple, or orange. We have to be careful. And as Vice Mayor Ryder said, we have to be patient with one another. But the attitude is most important. So I thank you for that, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you for your comment. Anyone
I
else?
also agree thank you, that was brilliantly put, and I will make sure that it's addressed in PSIC for this coming month, that, and particularly since we have so many new residents, and they need to know that the town of Petty Farms, the PRC is part of the town of Petty Farms, and not the other way around.
Those signs that say no visitors, They could say no visitors on the PRC campus instead of no visitors. No visitors mean, just saying. They should say no visitors on the PRC campus. Period.
And those signs are, I only know the ones that directly lead into PRC. I don't know if there's one on Clark. There's
It
one
is.
on Clark.
There is.
Yeah,
Is it on Clark?
yeah.
They're on State Road 16.
Every street coming in here to the campus has no visitors. Right, I knew they were on the bottom three. I didn't know there was one on Clark. I think that's correct. If, I have friends that live in these kind of environments, in this PRC environment, and they have no signs that say no visitors because they have a locked gate, and you have to go through that gate to get in. And it's the same concept, somewhat what the government is trying to say for these old folks, to not let other people around them. I agree wholeheartedly that our PRC people do not understand their relationship with the town. That's absolutely correct. I go along with that. And I'm trying, what we've tried to do at the CDNR meetings, trying to get opportunities to bring all the town together. And that's where we need your help as well as us. So when we have an event where we're trying to say, everybody come, we mean everybody come. And we're trying to put on name tags so that everybody gets to know everybody else and can identify them. So I think that's one thing that we're trying desperately to do through the town itself, through the town council and our meetings there. So it is a problem. And it's one of the, I don't know what we can do exactly. The post office does not belong to the PRC, it just belongs to the town, belongs to the government, I guess. So that
Correct.
definitely should not have that happening there. And we do need the education that he's talking about, and hopefully we'll get more of that as we go along. So I would encourage you to help us in the community development and recreation program side of things to help us when we're trying to figure out ways to bring people together through the town.
The-
Thing that I want to add is that when I talked with Teresa about this after she issued the e-blurb, uh, she had said if it was possible, she would join this workshop online for this discussion. Obviously, that something's come up, but when David and I meet with her next week on this other subject, we'll have an opportunity to talk to her, express just the context of what was said this morning. And with what Liz puts in, Penny, for your thoughts, I think will help. And I think it was the right thing to get this on the record because it is an issue about the welfare of the entire town and living together in an unusual situation that this town represents. And I think the anxiety that's out there right now about getting sick, the uncertainties of testing, all these issues are working on most of us in one way or the other. I know they're working on me personally a little bit. So I think that for now, if there's anyone else who'd like to speak, we'd be glad to hear from you. But I think this has been a good discussion and one that needed to be put on the record.
One suggestion is when you speak with her on whatever your meeting is, suggest to her that instead of putting no visitor signs, that the sign be changed, no visitors to Penny Retirement Community,
Yeah.
rather than no visitors.
We'll pass that option on to her. Okay, anybody else? I brought up the issue, it wasn't on the agenda. Anybody else desire or need to bring another one up before we close the workshop?
No, sir.
Bill, do you have anything else?
No, sir.
Oh,
Okay. Not hearing any other input, then we will adjourn our meeting this morning. By my watch, it's 6 after 10 a.m. in the morning. Thank you all.
See you Tuesday.
Be a great workshop.
Sounds good.
Thank you. Okay. Everybody can leave. I'm good. Taping.
I'm leaving.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're all leaving.
Okay, see you later.
Bye.